I love to talk about focus because I'm here to tell you we all got to stay focused. If we can stay focused on our life's work, if we can stay focused on our passion, I'm here to tell you just like a laser, we are dangerous. Remember, a laser goes in one direction, and I want you to understand if we can stay focused and go in one direction, you have no idea what you are capable of. And I'm here to tell you, my job is to put money in your pocket, and I have seen the power of focus. What I want to talk about right now is called micro-focus. And the analogy I want to give you is a bodybuilder. You know what? You know when you see a bodybuilder. There's a lot of ladies and guys walking around that are buff, but you know when you see a bodybuilder. And here's why. A bodybuilder wears tight clothes, so we know they're a bodybuilder. But I would too if I spent all that time in the gym developing my body. But the one thing I love about bodybuilders is that their muscles have muscles. I mean, when you see a bodybuilder flex, all of a sudden you see muscles that I don't even know I had. All of a sudden I realize, you know what, I got those same muscles somewhere down there, but they're just not extruding because I don't spend the kind of time that a bodybuilder spends. But that's the analogy. A bodybuilder is focused and their muscles have muscles. So here's what I want to talk about with micro-focus. See, the one thing about business, the one thing about life, I love peak performers like you, because the only way we can become the best in the world at what we do, we have to have micro-focus. And when we have micro-focus, just like that bodybuilder has muscles, your focus needs focus. And when we can have focus on our focus, before we know it, we can grow a developing business, and all of a sudden we can pay attention to the detail. Many businesses are average only because they don't pay attention to details. There was a long time I was average, but I began to pay attention to detail, and by paying attention to detail, I realized you can separate yourself from the competition. So I want to position you to separate yourself from the competition. You don't want to be in the pack called average. I understand you're a peak performer. You got it in you, baby, but the only way we can bring it out is that we got to create what I call micro-focus. And when your focus has focus, all of a sudden, you can pay attention to every single gory detail, and that's what can position you as a peak performer. You will never ever meet a peak performer in your life that does not pay attention to detail. So just like a bodybuilder has muscles on muscles, you gotta have focus on focus. Here's the one thing that can break our focus. Here's the one thing that I've struggled with for years, a good idea. Entrepreneurs, business leaders, and business owners, beware of a good idea. I get conversations all the time. My mind is always working, and I can't even shut it off, but I gotta protect myself from a good idea. If you think about Jack Welch and how he built GE, he was really simple. He was very focused. In fact, he only built business units that were profitable. If he had any business unit that was not profitable, he shut it down or sold it. Do you guys know how many business people can have a failing business unit, and all of a sudden the instinct is to give all the attention to the failing business unit and leaving the business unit that makes the most money to neglect? That is not smart. Make sure inside your business to make sure you focus on the business units that give you the biggest return, that give you the biggest bang on your buck. Always make sure your focus is on the things inside of your company that give you the biggest return. I'm here to tell you, the next time you see a bodybuilder and you see that frame and those muscles have muscles, I want you to remember this presentation. I want you to understand that if you have micro focus, you can give your focus. I'm telling you what, you can separate from the pack. I have never been around a peak performer who was not micro focused. In other words, you got to get down to every little gory detail. And if you can get that micro focus, if you can get a chance to pay attention to detail, that's how you break out of the pack. That's how you go from being an average to a above average performer. If you can pay attention to detail and let your focus have focus and not be distracted by a good idea, just like a laser, you can be dangerous. And just by a laser, you can do anything you choose to do, because I believe with focus, you are unstoppable.